Hi everybody, thank you for joining in. I would like to present you my review of Zoom U44. So without further ado, let's start with unboxing. Here as you can see a couple of manuals, not that thick, so I advise you to read it because it's quite a sophisticated device and it's good to know how to use it before you start to do something with it. You also get a software code for some packages like Ableton or Pro Tools. Also here in the box a USB cable. Quite a simple one, some people call it printer cable, but it's more well known as Type A to Type B. Unfortunately, no other cables included. And here we are. This is Zoom U44. As you already could understand from the naming of this interface, it has 4 ins and 4 outs. Also extendable to 6 ins, but we will come back to this later. One of the most important features of this device is the ability to work from just 2 AA size batteries, which happens to be very handy when you're on location. Quite nicely built, sturdy, with aluminum faceplate, quite impressive for this price. As you can see here, there is a lot of different kind of connectors and knobs. For some people it is rather overcrowded, but I found it quite useful and handy. So let's try to connect it in my studio environment. For me it is very important to have balanced connectors, especially for the monitors because of quality issues. This interface has also digital optical ins and outs. It's possible to use it as a standalone, a digital analog converter, which happens to be very handy, of course. And now I'm connecting stereo ins with just some usual tulips plus adapters. Just an easy workaround if you need a quick solution for some cable problems. Further extra unbalanced out, usable in cases when you need an extra recorder output, monitor or click track, things like that. I also must say that this interface has a very good headphones amplifier. I can easily recommend it to use as a standalone headphones amplifier even for studio purposes. Also a very important feature is the MIDI in and out, so you can connect different kind of MIDI devices, like this one for example. Now let's try out some knobs. Mute, main out, and the headphones. Input, output balance, mic volume, etc. Unfortunately the quality of rotary knobs is far from perfect. So that will be my only complaint about general build quality. It feels a little bit feebly, but you can get used to them over time. I don't think it will be a problem on a long run. You need your time to get used to it, so it's important. Now let's try to connect the microphone. Another nice feature of this device is the ability to work with different adapters. For example, you can extend the amount of ins from 4 to 6. Therefore, this device will be probably the first on the market to support 6 simultaneous channels on the batteries. They are not that expensive and freely available from many shops. Now I would like to show how I'm using this device on some occasions. For example, if I need to make an ambient recording or even record some vocal part on the fly, so to say, I can use just an Android phone. In this case it will be my old trusty Sony Xperia Compact. As you can see here, just 2 batteries. And now I'm connecting my microphone and the phone. I have to say that there is not so many professional grade applications for recording audio on Android. And my application of choice would be USB Audio Recorder Pro, which are available at Play Store. Please look at the link below. Very good application. I'm using it for years. No complaints. It's quite reliable. The system will work very well. You can get very high quality recording out of it. So now let's try to make a little test. myself happens to be an audiophile, so I'm using this interface quite often for recording audio from vinyl, from that great collection of rarities I do have in my possession. In that case, my application of choice would be Apogee MetaRecorder. Please look at the link below. But of course, you can use this device with any other application on iOS, for example Cubass's 2, my other application of choice. It is a plug and play 24-bit 96 kHz right out of the box device, so you always can achieve quite a good result on any application of choice, on iOS, on Android, and obviously on iOS 6, Linux or Windows. I do a lot of things with Cubass's very well thought through and high quality Pro grade app. I would recommend it for anybody, very easy for sure. Of course, there is other applications and other options on the market, but those are not that universal and way more expensive actually. GarageBand would be another good option, and actually any other Pro grade audio or DJ app would work very well with it. So now we come into conclusion, which would be quite short indeed. Through my own history of being a sound engineer and producer, using different kind of devices for different kind of purposes, this interface in particular is the best I ever had, and I think it's quite remarkable and deserves a look if you need for great quality field recording or studio works. Thank you very much for joining in. Please subscribe, thumbs up if you liked it, and see you all next time.